All right, peace, peace, peace. Yeah, you know what? I am going to first and foremost. Hopefully, the Most High House Shah is blessing y'all day. By His mercies you are consumed. Um, we're alive in the Most High House Shah's body, and that we're naturally alive. But yeah, I kind of want to talk about this, man. I want to play the clip too, but I was thinking about this because I was having a conversation with my brother, like, over the weekend, man. And, a lot of times too, man, you gotta realize, man, they really like, like I said, but when we talked about, not me, when we talked about the Psalms 83 thing, like a lot of times too, they hate the Most High in your house shot, honestly, man. It's similar as far as it can to, like, the LeBron and Bronny situation we seen this past summer in this past draft NBA in this NBA season, man. They really because what did it's going to line up with that Romans 9. Because what did Bronny do? Bronny did nothing, man. So what did we do? Like we really didn't do anything. They hate us because they hate the Father, man, the Most High house job, man. And also too, they just naturally like that mean they just they take out the other nations like they just what you call them they hate the most in the house shots, so they take it out on the Sun. Just like we see that now, and we seen that like the whole process when like Bronny got drafted to the Lakers and things, and it's just the same dynamic. But you gotta realize, I just want to say they really like this too. It's just a misconception, right? I really didn't like more. I get in the word and really see it. Like shout out to brother sent me the first one too because he said this, man, a lot of like because I was even talking about this because I'm going to talk about this later because idealistically like one would think that everybody like loves the Most High Christ, loves the God and Jesus, or like the Most High in your house shop. But honestly, people don't, man. Like I said, man, a lot the people don't, man. It's not the reality. It's not really. And a lot of times too, that like it's a lot of reasons for that. I'll kind of go into reasons for that because one, like I always say, like the brother sent me first one says, listen, the lack of love and betrayal. The people weren't loved. Some people did get the love. They didn't get the love that they wanted or things of that nature. So that's it. But the people that get love or they betray, so people that's supposed to love them, like from whatever his parents, family, loved ones, friends, whatever. So so in their mind, like, listen, how can somebody can't see love and care about me, man? How can that's where of course that faith kicks in, but listen, that's where but people like listen, how could these people that were supposed to love me didn't abandon me or didn't love me or betray me, and so how can I love somebody that can't see me? And two, people that's at Proverbs 19:3, like they make bad decisions and they blame the Lord, and also too that's at Proverbs 3:32 is another thing or aspect I'll add to this list too. A lot of people just like it says in the law even in your house shot, it happened in your house shot. They hated him without cause. Even Moses, they hated him without cause. Like Proverbs 3:30 says, they should don't strive against your neighbor without the cause. And one is telling you not to hate your brother or sister or no without a cause, or just saying going to that little evil high school spirit. Or I don't like this person. Like you can say, okay, what did this person do? Y'all know somebody I don't like. That's evil. That's a wicked spirit. Like that's really like And then a lot of times people like that they play like Matlock, Perry Mason, Inspector Gadget, Sherlock Holmes to figure out things and to find something that can give them credence to their own wickedness for not liking this person without a cause. See, they'll go, aha, see, that's why I don't like this person because this and this and that. Meanwhile, it's just a whole scenario in your mind. It's just like you just got an evil eye, pretty much. But that's neither here nor there. But that's three. But a lot of times too. But I say not only that towards other people. Sometimes people just don't like the Most High house style for no reason. I don't know, but it is it is what it is. But I say that to say, man, but there's a lot of people I'm more realizing, like, once I get in the word, like, once I really focus on, like, trying to grow spiritually maturing and, like, growing in the testimony and Most High house shine, like, the gospel, new covenant things, and it's just growing in that, and just growing in the word, like, it's in life. Like, yo, man, people really don't they really have a problem, really hate this man. They really, really do. And I gotta realize, check myself, man, because when I'm being contrary, I hate him as well. When I'm going off, I hate him as well. So I'm not absolved of this too, because, what did how shall I say? Isaiah said, with their lips, they love me, but actions and deeds, so yeah. I gotta be better with that too, but also too, man, it's just like, yeah, not everybody, like, just like that whole Bob Dylan thing, like I told y'all about when I was on passing the bookstore. They said there was a book about Bob Dylan because the movie's coming out. It said a prophet without God. So that kind of got me because I'm like, okay, it was blasphemous enough that you call him prophet. All right, I'll be like, all right, cool. But they just had to add the without God part. They had to add the without the Most High part because that's just a little jab at the Most High. Not knowing your arms is too short to box God. You can't even take jabs at him because he gonna. That Deuteronomy 7:10 it says the one like Galatians says you're gonna reap what you sow too. He repays them that hates him to his face. That's why the Most Yahushua, man, they realize they come. Listen, like just like that's how we also too we know we come from that, man, because because listen, what does Jake say? What say it to my face? Say it to my face. Listen, that's where you think that comes from, man. That's just neither here nor there, but also too, it's the other aspect too. Not only that, that face to face, like he spoke to Moses as a friend face to face, but that's neither here nor there. But a lot of times too, man, because man, I remember being broad and only man, a Christian brother, his brother, Christian pastor brother, I'm not sure, but he was saying a lot of truth though, man. He was doing a little preaching histrionics things of that nature, but he was kind of doing that stuff. But he was saying what he's saying. I was listening to what he's saying because listen, like I said, you're supposed to hear the Most High House's voice. Listen to the shepherd's voice when you hear the word, man. But he was saying a lot of truths though, man. But it was a brother my thing is too. I was overreacting to another brother. He was just on the phone. He said, "Yeah, man, because this guy, man, talking about this guy stuff." Because in my mind, I was like, "All right, cool." That's when I was more realizing, man, people have a problem with this, man. Because one, I was like, okay, even if you don't believe in all that stuff, you could have just tuned it out. Like, whatever it is what it is. But it really, something he was saying, really, it cut the heart. It vexed his spirit. So, because I forgot what the brother's saying, but he's just saying a bunch of truth. Like, listen, you got to repent, things of that nature. You can't be living contrary, can't be living sideways, things of that nature. So, yeah, he was pretty much saying that and keeping the faith. So, yeah, that's what the brother's saying. But, yeah, man, a lot of people don't like it, even say, let me get to grab this too for First John real quick, man, because yeah, because honestly, that's the thing, that is the thing, because what they say or because they really hate him, because they don't This is his First John chapter 3, verse 13. He says, it says marvel. It says, I want that, and then John 1 says the whole thing, but it says, First John chapter 3, 13. Marvel not, my brother, if the world hates you. Yeah, man, because my brother was talking about that. My actual brother was talking about that, man. We talking about that, how women, they just are women, they just, even other women, we talking about it because it's more Western woman thing here, over here in, more Western side, but more, I told them, listen, man, they just want to be, man. Honestly, man, because they hate, man, because they hate really the Most High Yahushua. They hate God. That's just kind of simple. Like the brother sent me firstborn said, that's just really is what it is at the end of the day, man. It's really the thing, the love they didn't get for their father. Their father wasn't there, or they just they just don't like the Most High and Yahushua. I mean, they just don't like it because a lot of them claim they do, but they really won't. But just it's all reflection because they would, like I just said, the brother sent me first one said, he said, man, most of the time we gotta leave these women alone because damn, they're no, they want to be men nowadays. Just like men, I'm saying women as in spiritually. I'm not just talking about actual women as well. Jeremiah 6:2, because women, what they want to be God. There's men, they want to be God. So that's why it's all a reflection of things. Like I always say, the holy mirror, but yeah, man, about this, let's get this Isaiah 3:12. But I'm like, yeah, man, don't even worry about that, man, because they just want to yeah, man, they wanted yeah, man, the masculine they did, they don't what it is too, that's what's great about this too, of the let me grab this too, because I wanted to grab that. Because what it is too, what it is? It's the fact that, because we live in a time of, let's get, because I'm going to grab Isaiah 3:12, then I'm going to grab the Isaiah 13. So, because we live in such a time of I'll say this part here more on the Western world, in the Western side of things. But it's happening kind of all over, but more it's happening here. We live in a goddess, a mother goddess, divine feminine worship society, man. But you know, and that's just really is what it is, man. But you know what it is. But once the Most High House restores it, but I'm gonna go back to that, and I'm gonna go touch on that point in a few. But it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Oh, my people, which lead thee, which cause thee to err, and to destroy the way of thy path. So yeah, man. And also that's at Jeremiah 31-22, because yeah, man. And we see that prophecy playing out now, not the fact that Mother Goddess worship isn't nothing new, but we see how the rise of Mother Goddess, divine feminine, and the feminist movement, things of that nature. What we see now, the dichotomy of men and women, that's something that's not supposed to be, man. But that's why, even spiritually, man, because not only this, man, because this is let's get this Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 12, man. It says, I will make a man more precious than the fine gold, and even the men than the golden wedge of Ophir. So now that's not only going to Sirach 2 and in Proverbs and Daniel or Zechariah, all other scriptures of the Most High, Yahushua proving and trying us, like, for the prize, for the kingdom, things in nature. Like the men in the past were tested, just like or it's the people in the past were tested, like Revelation 6 goes into. But that's also going to look at this aspect. Why does it say I'll make a man more precious? Because look what the world on a two-dimensional perspective, right? Look at the world we're looking now, man, about like the demonization of the masculine principle, man. That's why, like, all these other gods, and when we seeing this, a lot of gods, we seen a lot of divine feminine worship, man. A lot of Mother Goddess worship, man. But why it says I will make a man more precious than fine gold, man? That's talking about the Most High House, man. The masculine man, that the most masculine authority is going to be rule, is going to take its, like, is going to be like, the God of the earth again, man. That's is what it is, man. Because that's why it's gonna be so precious, man. Not only talking about natural, man. Because think about, like, how like it's demonized, how like patriarchy and stuff like that gets demonized nowadays, man. So that's why even if you want to look at it this aspect, that's why I look at Isaiah 13:12 sometimes too on this aspect, depending on conversation of in this aspect as well, because that's what it's gonna be, man. Because you got a song, because I remember, man, hearing about this years ago. I mean, a while back, man. Ariana Grande made a song called "God's a Woman." Remember on Boys in the Hood when Regina King's character, man, she said in the car with Doughboy, she said, "Oh, why does God gotta be a he? It could be a she." Things like that. So yeah, man, you got things like that, man. But that's why the Isaiah 13:12 says that, man, or reason why, or sometimes why I look at it in that aspect. Not saying that in context what's going into, but that's what it is going into a lot. That's what it can, like, Just try to look at that aspect when we talk about the stuff like that, man. But yeah, man, I'm just thinking, man, because what it is too. Shout out to brother Assembly Firstmore, because he brought this out too, and it made perfect sense. I might touch on this clip. I might do this scene, right, because more in the aspect, right. Since we talking about this, right, how they hate him, how they hate the Most High House. This is not just gender exclusive. This just goes to show it's more reflection, but how they hate the Most High House, because I remember, if y'all watch, your parents or grandparents, things like that, y'all probably watch show which I love, and I'm pretty sure all your brothers and sisters like Good Times, man. And well, shout out to brother Assembly First One, because I actually forgot about this. The one that played oh my God, what's the mom? The mom from Good Time, Esther James, the actress. She originally wanted to be a single mom. She didn't want it, she didn't want it to be about. She didn't want a man in the picture at all, man. So she said, "I'm not gonna have I'm not gonna have another. I'm not gonna be in the show unless, like, I'm not gonna have any man play my husband unless it's John Amos, which he played the father." And that's just crazy. Their names, Esther and James and Jacob. Esther means star, so you could tell she just wanted to be in that aspect. She wanted to be the star, but Amos, John means gracious, and Amos means burden. So, like, that was probably, this is kind of like kind of crazy too. It was probably a burden for it was more of a burden for her to want a man on the show, honestly, because she wanted to be a star, and Esther means star. It's crazy. I'm just thinking they names spiritually, like what they mean. But anyway, but yeah, but my point being is that she didn't want to, she didn't want a man on the show unless, of course, she suggests, okay, only man I won't be married on the show or have a man in this is if it's played by John Amos. But it made sense. But now it made sense more when I realized, well, because that was what you call them, because I kind of moved past this point, but it's pretty obvious, but it is what it is too. But you still bring it up from time to time. But my first time hearing that Christ, Yahushua was a so-called black man was watching Good Times, and that was my first time seeing it. It was years ago, but now shout out to Brother Simi first, but her even mentioning that her mentality things that nature, because if you watch it, because when Michael the son plays reads the scripture out in Revelation to her, it makes more sense why she wasn't so accepting of it. Because why she doesn't, because it was kind of going back to what me and my brother were talking about, man. Like, how like our women pretty much, well, one, this women in general, or even the populace in general, they hate masculine authority now. Like, that's what people's most problem with Trump is. It's really what he represents, honestly, that unapologetic masculine authority. Now, you could say because he's an Edomite and the Caucasian man, that's an aspect too. But I think more with Trump. This was just an aside. I think he's more to like Pocahontas. What was his name? And Radcliffe type. I think he's just like money and power. That's it. He'll just get over on anybody to get what he wants, man. He just his thing is power, and actually too, that's just the real thing too in society's power dynamics more than like the brother Assembly first one says. Yeah, does nation and nationality and race play a part in it and things, and of course it does. But at the end of the day, it's about power. It's about power dynamics. But that's neither here nor there. But I said it to say that it was more telling why she was so reluctant to accept that that Yahushua was of a man of color, pretty much was because it's not only that she was represented. Because think about it subconsciously, right? Because not only that she was of course she had the same Edomite white Jesus program in her mind, because that was passed down, so that's what she thought. But also too, like what Christ represents, like, okay, I'm gonna have to be, because doesn't the word say, listen, be just subjected to your man as unto the Lord? Now, because a lot of times too, but she, remember, like I said, she didn't want to show on the show. She didn't want she didn't want a man. She just wanted to be about her. So like a single mom. So that's why even in that, like, she was so reluctant. She didn't want to set the true image of Christ, because not only his physical appearance, because because she even said it in the scene on the show. She said, well, he was always white, but no, it was what it's what he represented, man. That authority, man, because that's is what it is, man. That's just is, because then he said in Ezekiel 20:33, like, because a lot of times too, I'm gonna keep it above, I'm keep 100. A lot of times women that claim that they love Christ, or they love Yahushua, they love Jesus, they wouldn't have liked them. Too, a lot of people wouldn't have liked them, man, because so let me say this too. Yeah, Yahushua, he was an austere man, like he was really, like the brother sent me first one says is really he's rigorously, it was really means really disciplined. He was really dedicated, but also too, he's very stern to the point. Like he was like the closest example I can give. Like he was the he could walk in the room, command respect. He was the Joe Clark. He was the Joe Clark type, So think about it too. But think about a lot of times too. Joe Clark wasn't really, well, towards the end of the movie, he was really like, because they seen the impact they made. But like he walked in the room, command respect. But a lot of times nowadays, especially nowadays, like have Yahushua been on scene, a lot of people won't have liked him, man, because he's really austere to him. Now, there's difference between austere and just rude. Yahushua wasn't rude or condescending. He was just like very stern, very serious, very to the point, like very disciplined, very strict, very spoke with authority, very like just a masculine man, just a traditional. Like, it is too. It's a traditional man, like because a lot of women, they claim they want a traditional man, but they don't believe them when they say that too, because it's like they say they want that, but until they realize it's not about them, because they still want to be, because you can't have it. You can't want a traditional man and want it to be about you. That's not going to mix. That's not going to happen at all. Like, because I talk to senior sisters, whether in the word or out the word, they on that type of time. And it's like, listen, sisters, that's not going to happen. Like, if you want a traditional, they like the idea of a traditional man, because because once they see messing with an actual man, actual simp per se, because nothing I kind of talking about in the past what a simp is. Actually talking about or a man that they can run all over. They get tired of that until they realize, because they want to be about them. They want to be the head until it gets too much for them. Then they go back to, okay, I just want a traditional man, but they want to have their cake and eat it too. But no, it has to be one thing, man. It's all about like I even said earlier about that power dynamic. In their power dynamic, somebody has to be the dominant, somebody has to be submissive. It's not that co-leader thing. It's not that, especially in a relationship thing too. Even well, that's different amongst men, because you can have that with men, but but it has to be, always have to be a head. But then you might have certain second in commands. There's always ranks, but everything's always top to bottom. But that's neither here nor there. But I say that to say, man, because back to the point, man. But yeah, it's really what Yahushua represented, man. It's the fact that it was his what he represents. Well, it's not just his appearance, man. It's spiritually what he represented. Yeah, man, and it's really not about us, and this is true. A lot of people don't have just like how Esther James, the actress on Good Times, how she approached her character, how she wanted to be about her, the single mom. That's just not about that's not but talking about natural one per se, like Jeremiah 6:2. Like all I say is the book is about Most High House. We play a big role in it. That's why I go into now as I delve more deep into it, man. Like in the gospel, in the word, man, the new covenant things, in the gospel, in testimony, Most High House. Like certain scriptures you think about that's talking about you, it's really talking about them. But it's like we could apply it to us. It could be applied to us, but then really it's talking about them. Because what he say, I come in the volume of the book. It's written of me, man. So there's a lot of times too. Like, listen, is our history in this book? Yes. Do we play a big role in this book? Yes. But but yeah, man, it's the fact that that's what the gospel is. Because what? Because the gospel is like about the Most High House. I mean, it's not. I used to think it's us. I used to think the gospel is part of learning about we're the people of the book. Remember what Paul said. Listen, we preach not of ourselves. We preach to the Most High House, man. But yeah, man. So I'm just going about that, man, because it's not about us. We play a big role in it. It's just like Joseph, man. It's just like it's just like how what you call Joseph, man. It's just like with Pharaoh, man. Like, listen, being in that, man. Being the fact that how because then he's saying Revelation, I'm gonna use it as an example. Then he's saying in Revelation he'll make these other people bow to you. Because what? Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, they're gonna bow to you because I said bow to you. So that's the same thing the Most High House shot. But also too, man, it's not about us as well, man. So I'm not saying that just as a natural one, man. I'm talking about spiritually as well, man. But yeah, man, this is what it is, man. But that's a lot of times, a lot of people they just hate him, man. They just they just don't. Too, a lot of people just don't love this man too. But but also too, man, I was watching my homie, he sent me a clip, man, and and he sent me this real clip that's real. He was going into people were being asked whether they'll have dinner with Christ, dinner with Yahushua, dinner with Christ, or food stamps. And a lot of people not surprised they say food stamps. He was like, man, I can't believe this. I'm not shy. I'm like, listen, man. I was like, listen, brother. Listen, bro. Once you get in the word, man, none of this will shock you at all. Because the reason I said earlier why people don't believe in it, one, people just want to do what they want to do, man. But except for one brother. One brother said, if it's white Jesus, I'm taking the food stamps. I was like, yeah, that's the only brother that had it correct. So yeah, but yeah, man. But yeah, man, that's just we come with the notion that everyone loves him, but they love the Most High Yahshua, but they don't, man. So yeah, man. But because they said they would really rather have I'd rather have food stamps. I shared in Proverbs 4:17, man. They eat the bread of wickedness, man. That's what they did. What they want, man. They want to shoot. They want to what you call them they want to have they shoot. This was the same people that went back to it's just this parabolic to the same people that shoot. They wanted to go back in Egypt and have all the melons and things of the things of Egypt, pretty much parabolically the things of the world. Meanwhile, when they're eating manna and things from heaven, what's that? What's that now? Yahushua, John 6, he's the manna. So pretty much they want the world over the word, man. That's it is, man. So that's what that whole thing in Egypt was about. You know, that eating the bread of wickedness, eating the food, like eating the stuff of other nations, man. Egypt was this parabolic of the world, things that nature. Like, you know, the manna was of yeah, was Yahushua, man, was the word, so they didn't want the word, man. So that's just not a shot, man. So, you know, I wasn't shocked at all, man, because the more you read, the more I understand lessons. Not everybody loves him, man. So, yeah, that's why it says marvel not. Like, you know, and that's all too. Ecclesiastes says certain things, man. Not to when you see certain injustices or see certain things, just don't marvel at it. It's written to happen. So, you know, that's just is what it is. But hopefully I do cover that Lord's will. I do cover that scene in the good times, man, because that's what more importantly that was about. More than Christ, the physical appearance of Christ, she was perplexed about. It was more of what he represented, like the authority, because you know that's the greatest man that walked the earth. Now, and I claim I love it. Now it's a man that looks just like my husband, and I can't stand my husband because I don't stand my husband because I really don't like love the Lord, man, because like, you know, because honestly, man, it's the same as like, you know, for example, as a Old Testament only thing, like, you know, it's the same as that, like, because here you had the Most High telling, listen, okay, you want to love me, you gotta go through him first, like, you know, and you just like, okay, like, no, and you like flag your house shut down, say, no, I love you, Father, like, no, you're my Father. It's the same thing with when certain what and I see this in many fractions, whether it be in the Word or Christian, Jehovah's Witness, things of that nature. When it says love your husbands as unto the Lord, and women that don't respect their husbands or respect men, pretty much, because how can they? Because you obviously hate you obviously hate the Most High Yahshua, because the man is in His image, so that means you hate Him. So that's like you going, like, the Lord really told you, like, listen to, like, Christ himself told you, like, listen, as you listen to me, listen to him. So, like, you know, a lot of times they ain't gonna listen to him either, or, man. So it's the same thing, man. It's just like, you know, in general, man. Just like, you know, the same thing as a man hate his brother. Like, you know, he's in the Cain spirit. Like, you know, he's in the image of the Most High Yahushua, man. Like, you know, and like, you know, that means you hate them too. So, it's all reflection, man. I'm not just getting on one demographic, but there's a lot of people that, man. Let me get this Proverbs at 30 and 30, because yeah, man. Man, I might get Proverbs 15. I don't know. I get Proverbs 15 30. It says, strive not with a man without. Yeah, strive not with it. It doesn't say that, but yeah, strive not with a man without a cause, if he done thee no harm. So yeah, let's go to Proverbs 19 now. A lot of times too, people feel like the Most High Yahushua did something to them, and I get it from an unbeliever standpoint. I understand, but a lot of times too, people like, you know, but you know, no, I can't say that too, because a lot of times people just make bad decisions and they blame it on the Lord, they blame it on the Most High Yahushua. It's just not realizing it's just them, like, you know, because listen, and that's comes from that's why I was touching on, like, you know, this misconception, like, you know, that the Most High Yahushua, like, you know, that he's just a genie. He's supposed to command your every wish, and he's supposed to do everything and things of that nature, and like, you know, and you know, it's just similar to, like, we talking about this, like, a lot of times too, like, you know, I was actually talking about this with my brother over the weekend, man. Like, a lot of times, like, you know, listen, this is just for brothers, man. Like, listen, if you like, you know, talking to a sister, talking to a woman like that, you know, because a lot of our 98% women, these Western women are women. Now, well, I say Western women because not all of them. A lot of them, they had a mentality that they're the catch, like, you know. Just leave them alone, honestly, because this is no different. Because remember, I told it to my brother, man. That's why, like, you know, I made that video we talked about it a few months ago, man. Like how in Genesis 2, notice how Adam had dominion before Eve came in the picture, man. Because a lot of times too, people think we can think a lot of times we're the catch and we're not, man. Like because the Most High Yahushua, the ancient of days, they're like the Alpha and Omega. Like he was here before. Like one. They were them before the world even like was established, before everything was created. And two, like I'm saying that for us, even as a nation, as for Israel, like they was they had things going on before we even got in the picture. So yeah, man. So that's just the thing. Even man, even just going for the man per se, like listen, he's the ancient of days, the Alpha and Omega. But even I'm saying this in Israel's standpoint, like listen, we're not the catch. Like we like let's see the weird apple was odd thing that he loves us, like but he causes the sun to shine on just and unjust. But listen, we're not the catch, man. So that's a lot of times what I said to say, brothers, man. If you would women like that, or you notice that about like certain, because you're gonna notice it a lot, because I talked to a lot of brothers about it, like that woman that think they're a catch, man. This is probably leave them alone, man. Because honestly, man, that's just is what it is too. Because and one man, like the shout out to brother said, we firstborn said, man, he said, listen, man, I'm not like pursuing you, man. Because the thing about, man, that's the language that that's used for criminals, man. Like don't they say that? Like we're pursuing the criminal, we're pursuing the suspect, man. I'm not a cop, man. I'm not like doing all that stuff. I'm not pursuing the person. I'm not doing that, man. Like I'm not pursuing after you. I'm not doing that. I'm not like playing. You know what it is too. I'm not. Yeah, man. What was I going to say, man? I'm just not. We're not doing that. It's not just like the Most High Yahshua. I wouldn't do that with us. Like you're not the cats. I'm not chasing you. Like no, I'm not. Yeah, man, and that's too, man. And that's the thing too, man. Like that's the society too, man. Don't. Even with that too, because a lot of times people like that, they want you to climb different levels, different hoops for you to love him. Okay, you pass this one, okay, I'm gonna have my guard down to you to prove me to how much you love me, man. I'm not doing that. Like we're not doing that, man. You pursue criminals, man. Don't pursue no damn woman, man. I'm not pursuing you in that aspect, man. It's like I'm saying that, but spiritually, man, like the Most High House does not pursue you, like because Most High House like the assembly firstborn said, brothers. Assembly firstborn said, he said, listen, he attracts, man. He doesn't really pursue anybody. He attracts, like he's the catch. Honestly, well, you gotta seek his face, like he's good. So just like with Genesis, like too, Adam had dominion before Eve got in the picture, man. So that's why I tried to say, I told my brother, like naturally, because we naturally talking. I was like, listen, man, like we birth, like men, women were birthed from man, like honestly, because not vaginal birth, but like listen, you were birthed from man. So that's like the Most High, we were birthed from the Most High House, man. Like so, that's just is what it is, man. So that's just but every time thing too is, man, look at this Proverbs 19:3, man. Everybody doesn't love him, man. So there's that. Oh yeah, I gotta get ready to go. Proverbs 19:3 says, "The foolishness of man perverts his way, and his heart fretteth against the Lord." So yeah, man. Hopefully this is edifying, man. That's it, man. But yeah, man. Some people just hate him. Certain people just don't like him. And then make sure that I gotta make sure I'm not hating him though through my actions, through my conduct. Because remember what did he say? The love in lips, in lips they serve me, but in works they deny me, man. Actions they deny me. So they gotta be better, man. So that's where that self-examination comes in. So yeah, man. Hopefully this is edifying, man, for y'all brothers and sisters. So peace.